Hmm. Okay, fine. Now here 3.1 stakeholders of inclusive education and their responsibilities. So generally stakeholders are nothing but in case whoever is interested in the welfare and success, whoever it may be, just see whether if it is an organization, whoever is concerned regarding the progress of that organization, they are said to be the stakeholders. Okay, so when it comes to the school, stakeholders typically refers who is invested. Invested is nothing but who is more concerned regarding the welfare and success of the school and its students, including administrators, teachers, staff members, students, parents, families, community. So all these comes under the stakeholders. Whoever now in case if you are a part of the organization and if you are really concerned about the development of the organization, then you are called as a stakeholder. And you are supposed to be one way or the other way. You have to be professionally, personally, or financially interest of the concern. If you show the concern, whether it may be the professional concern or the financial concern or your personal concern, then you will be the stakeholder of that particular organization. It may be an organization, it may be in a school or whatever it may be. Stakeholders are nothing but if any organization is there, if any institution is there, or if anything where the people are one way or the other way they are concerned, whether it may be the personal reason, it may be the financial reason, or it may be the professional. So if they want to see if they are interested in the welfare of the organization, if they want to, if they are involved in the development of the organization, okay, if they are concerned about the organization, the people who are one way or the other way related to that particular organization, either it may be the professional, financial or personal, then those people are called as stakeholders. Is it clear now? What do you mean by stakeholders? Okay? Say yes or no? Any doubts regarding this?
No.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Okay. Now, here, now what do you mean by, now here when we are talking about the stakeholders, so there are many people who are one way or the other way related to the, what is that, for the welfare of the organization. When I am talking about the inclusive, so let me discuss regarding the responsibilities of general or regular teacher for inclusive education. What is the responsibility of a general or a regular teacher in case of the inclusive education? See, what happens is that I said now, inclusive classrooms, we have students with disabilities and without disabilities. So what happens? It is a duty of the general teacher to create a community or a conducive atmosphere so that all students at the end of the day will be justified. So what is the thing? What is the role the teacher has to look into? What role she has to play in case of an inclusive institution, so that children with disabilities and children without disabilities, they are going to have their desired outcomes. See, I said now, at the end of the day, the task assigned to normal students would be different compared to the task assigned to the disabilities. But at the end of the day, the teacher has to plan whatever may be the task. You may not expect the efficiency or perfectness with children with disabilities. Since they have disabilities, here you have to minimize the task. You have to give more time to the children with disabilities. So whatever it may be, what would be the role of the regular teacher? What type of strategies she has to plan? What are the teaching techniques she has to implement? And what are the learning experiences she has to provide, because every child is unique. She has to look into the different children with disabilities, knowing their strength and weakness. So what kind of role? Imagine if I am a teacher, if I am a regular teacher to the inclusive institution, what am I supposed to do? What role should I play so that every child is justified, every child is going to get the desired outcomes. Then first and foremost thing is nothing but, here I am supposed to start with the begin at the end. What is the meaning of begin at the end? What do you mean? Just anyone, begin at the end. Yeah. What happened? Okay.
Ma'am, can you repeat it once again?
Continuation, ma'am. Continuation.
No. Begin at the end. Begin at the end is nothing but, here actually see, generally when you come to know this, what is that? Begin at the end, it's a phrase. So when you happen to come, if you just look into the words terminology, what is this? You are supposed to begin at the end. If you go with the normal, it will not be that easy to understand the meaning of this. Begin at the end is nothing but, you are supposed to look into the what is that, goals of the curriculum, and at the end of the year, what type of goals are you expecting from the students? What is the thing, outcomes you are expecting from the students? Looking into that, those goals, what you want from the students at the end of the year, keeping those goals in your mind, you have to start from the beginning. Understood?
Yes, ma'am.
అంటే ఇప్పుడు మనము finally at the end of the year, what are you expecting from the student? Desired outcomes or the learning outcomes from the students? What are the goals you have? What you want the students to achieve? Keeping those goals in your mind, you have to plan your teaching strategies, techniques. And what happens is that, looking into those goals, you have to go through the curriculum. And you have to focus on the units, on the lessons, and on the chapters, which units, which chapters, and which lessons would give you more, success, okay, which are more important in achieving those goals. And you may get it out, ma'am, when they frame the curriculum, all the lessons will be important. All the lessons will be important. But here my intention is to make you clear that the teacher has to plan according to the goals. She has to design her planning, her teaching strategies and the techniques based on the goals that are supposed to be achieved by the students. అంటే ఏంటి, గోల్స్ ని దృష్టిలో పెట్టుకొని ఎలా చెప్తే, ఏమి చెప్తే, ఏ స్ట్రాటజీస్ యూజ్ చేస్తే, ఎలాంటి టీచింగ్ లెర్నింగ్ ఎక్స్పీరియన్సెస్ ని ప్రొవైడ్ చేస్తే the students will achieve those goals, that she has to begin. So this is nothing but begin at the end. Did you get my point? Say, one of you just give the response.
Yes, ma'am, we got it.
Ante,
Yes, ma'am.
what is the outcome you are expecting? That outcome the teacher has, say, outcome at the end of the year I have to get from the students. So keeping that outcome in my mind, I have to plan my strategies. Then I have to inculcate my teaching strategies. I have to look into those lessons which are very important to achieve those goals. Okay, all the lessons are important, but few lessons will be more focused in achieving those goals. So I have to give more importance to such lessons. I have to plan the learning experiences, teaching strategies, and I have to give them all the different types of learning experience. I have to use different types of aids and all, so that it would be easy for everyone, all the students, to achieve the goal. That is the meaning of begin at the end. This is the role. This is the major role the teacher has to play. Which teacher? The regular teacher. Okay. Then second point is that is nothing but embrace universal design. What do you mean by embrace? What is the difference between embrace and embarrass?
Embrace is to give, ma'am. Is to appreciate or to give.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. No. It's not give. Embrace. Accept. Embrace is nothing but accept, invite, take into. Did you get my point? Embrace ante see, it's nothing but what is it? You are accepting it. You are taking it. You are ready to do that.
In invitation cards, embracement and all that.
Embrace it. Embrace it is nothing but inviting, or you are going to take it. Okay, you are going to what is that? Take into action. So here you have to go. You have to start with the universal design. See, embrace is nothing but accepting it. Embarrass is nothing but feeling something shy or feeling shame. That is embarrass. Okay. Please make a note of the difference between the embrace and the embarrass. Embarrassment ante, in case if everyone has scored good marks, and if you are the only one who has not scored well, then definitely that situation will be the embarrassed moment for you. Okay. Now, what happens is that embrace universal design. See, I said now, when you are a part of the inclusive institution, you have to be quite innovative, creative, and you have to be, you have to change your teaching styles. You have to give different learning styles. You have to provide different learning experience to the students according to the needs of the students. Okay, because every child is unique, every child has different strength and weakness. So looking into their background, you have to provide all the facilities so that what you are giving to the students is accessible to each and every one. So the teaching, the strategies, or whatever the planning you are doing in the classroom atmosphere should be accessible to each and every one. No student should have a feeling, no, this is not possible with me, I cannot follow this. So looking into the needs, looking into the strength and weakness of the students, you have to go for the universal design. Universal design ante em ledhu ikkada, planning different strategies. Ante everyone will be having different learning styles. So it may not be possible to teach in every student's point of view, but you have to look into the in case if the child is having disability, okay, you have to look into what kind of disability and what type of teaching would help him. You have to plan. So it may not be possible for all the students, but at least maximum you have to implement the teaching strategies so that maximum students will be accessible to your teaching. Okay, now sometimes you have to make use of the different ways. What are the different ways? Sometimes you have to make use of the visual, sometimes verbal, and sometimes written. For that purpose, you might have come across nowadays smart classes are there. And few concepts which cannot be told verbally are shown in the form of picture. Okay, so that is nothing but the visual form. Some are shown in the written and some are drawn on the board. Okay. All students all students need to share what they are learning in that. See, in case if you want to, some students maybe, I said na, we have auditory learners, we have visual learners, we have kinesthetic learners. So when universal design is, when I am teaching, I have to make use of the different ways. Like I have to tell them through speaking, I have to tell them through visual, I have to tell them through written, and also I have to accept the students telling in different ways. What are the different ways? Some students may be very good at speaking, some students may be very good at illustrating, and some students may be very good at writing. So different types of learners exhibit their talent or the knowledge through different ways. So that is called as a universal design. Ante universal design ante నేను చెప్తాను, నేను వింటాను. ప్రతిసారి నేను చెప్పేది వర్బల్ రూపంలో చెప్పొద్దు. See, in order to have maximum accessibility to my teaching strategies to all the students, I have to see that sometimes I have to make use of the pictorial form, sometimes I have to make use of the verbal form, and sometimes I have to make use of the written form. So this is the diverse way of teaching. And also I have to accept the diverse way of learning. The students exhibit their knowledge in different ways. It may be speaking, it may be writing, or it may be illustrating. Okay, I have to sometimes, now here universal design, now I have to make use of the AB8s. What are the AB8s? I have to use multiple material. Now it may be the art, it may be the theater, it may be the video lessons, it may be the audio lessons. So this is called as embracing universal design. So the role of the class teacher, the first one what I said was that begin at the end ante goal ni దృష్టిలో పెట్టుకొని I have to plan the teaching strategies. and embrace universal design is nothing but I have to make use of the different techniques, strategies. It may be my teaching should not be only in the verbal form. It has to be in the written form. It has to be through pictures. Okay, and even I have to make use of the art, theatre, audio, video aids. And when I am accepting the answers from the students, I should not accept only in the verbal form. Even some students who are very good at speaking, they have to give their answers through speech. Some students, those who are very good at illustrating with examples, I have to accept that. And some students who may be very good at writing, I have to accept. So this is called as the universal design. Here, ultimate goal is to give scope to every student to exhibit their talents. పిల్లలు ఎలా కావాలి వాళ్ళ టాలెంట్ ని ఎగ్జిబిట్ చేయొచ్చు, మీరు రాసే చూపించండి, మీరు మాట్లాడే చెప్పండి అని కాదు. ఒక్కొక్కరికి ఒక్కొక్క టాలెంట్ ఉంటుంది. వీ హ్యావ్ డిఫరెంట్ టైప్స్ ఆఫ్ లెర్నర్స్. సో యూ హ్యావ్ టు యాక్సెప్ట్ ద యూనివర్సల్ డిజైన్. ఎనీ డౌట్స్ హియర్? ప్లీజ్ ఒక్క నాకు రెస్పాన్స్ ఇవ్వండి అమ్మా, సో దట్ ఐ కెన్ మూవ్ ఫార్వర్డ్. Okay, fine. Apply multiple intelligence theory. You might have now in the first sem you might have come across about life skills. You might have come across about critical thinking, creative thinking, problem solving. See, all these skills, you may not be knowing the names of these skills, but one way or the other way, they are part and parcel of our lifestyle. And ఇప్పుడు ఏంటంటే పిల్లలకి ఇప్పుడు now right from the day one, the children are being exposed to this critical thinking. Okay, now what is the critical thinking now? Now one question. Now, what is the critical thinking? I'll give you. Now, conducting examinations during this pandemic situation, is it suitable or not from the student's point of view? Justify. Is a critical thinking question avutunda leda?
Yes, ma'am. It is a critical one.
Yeah. See, giving students multiple tasks at a time. Okay, giving students multiple tasks at a time in order to have overall development among the students at this situation. Okay, is it justified or not from your point of view? Now you have to complete your ICT, you have to attend the classes, you have to attend practical examination, you have to prepare for this your theory exam. So what happens? You have more and more targets, you have more and more goals, and apart from that, Diwali bonanza, Diwali festival is there. So see, we are giving multiple tasks in order. So in future, whenever you happen to have multiple tasks, and when you happen to face multiple tasks easily, it will be very easy for you to face all the problems at a time. What do you say? Do you say yes or no? Even for that, you have to be grateful to your faculty and university, because at a time
for multiple tasks, giving multiple tasks in this.
What do you say? No.
Yes, ma'am. Critically, we can now understand, like, if any such situation comes, we have to be prepared. We should not wait for university or college to respond. We have to be prepared for anything. Anything can come in next morning, like.
That's what, see, yesterday I told that I was talking to sir, and today morning I was about to talk to sir. Before I could talk to him, I got a message. I said, something was going in my mind and something it came. See, what man proposes, God disposes. This is the example. I thought I'll ask regarding the practicum, when it would be, how is it possible that they will be conducting exam on 13th? Are there any, will there be any changes regarding the dates and all? So what he said was that this is purely from the university, and don't believe university people. Anytime they may change. But now this is confirmed that 17, 19 and even most of these UG and PG exams, they are going to be conducted from 6th. So okay, now they are conducting exams, okay, fine. But all these days we were not at all, even the college people were not aware regarding all these examinations. Otherwise definitely they would have informed you, because they don't want to put you in dark regarding the examinations, and because you need time to prepare. Morning you will be taking 1 hour class, and evening you will be taking 1 hour class, and you have simultaneously you have your family problems. So if at all, if sir would have known earlier, definitely would have informed you. Yesterday evening he came to know it since. So morning he has given you the message, and let me tell you, the moment he has given you the message, the same message he has forwarded to us. So even we were not aware regarding this change in the this is a examination timetable. We were not aware, because principal sir, he doesn't want to give information in advance to us, because
now, ma'am, as a corona news break out, our exam news also broke out like corona news only, ma'am.
See, actually, I'm not sure because the second phase of corona already it is spreading like wildfire. It seems. On what basis are they conducting the exams, and what is the security of the children? See, I don't know, but OU people are a little bit. What is that? Adamant. They want to conduct exams. Okay, and by November 30th, people this most of the examinations will be over and the admissions will be over. So from December, they are going to the new students are going to have their classes. It seems. It seems. Okay, it seems we'll have many answers. Okay, fine. See, the other one, apply multiple intelligence theory. Multiple intelligence theory is nothing but as a role as a class teacher. I think you have understood what is the role of what is it, a special teacher, general or regular teacher, whoever it may be. General is nothing but a regular teacher who attends the class, who has not taken training to that extent, but who is going to teach even the children with disabilities. First one, she has to look into the goals, and the second one, she has to embrace the universal design. She is not supposed to stick to her old style of teaching. She has to see what type of strategies will work so that maximum students will have good output. Okay, that was the second point. And the third one is nothing but apply multiple intelligence theory. See, what happens is that ఒకటే టాపిక్ ఉంటుందమ్మా. ఇప్పుడు ఒకే టాపిక్ మీ అందరికి నేను ఇచ్చినప్పుడు, ఇన్ కేస్ ఇఫ్ ఐ గివ్ యూ ద లిబర్టీ ఆఫ్ టీచింగ్ దట్ పర్టికులర్ టాపిక్ ఇన్ యువర్ ఓన్ వే, ఇన్ వాట్ ఎవర్ ద స్టైల్ యూ వాంట్. సో జనరల్లీ వాట్ హ్యాపన్స్ నౌ, if you were given the role of a teacher, you would see that depending upon and in case if imagine that you are dealing with an inclusive class, so where children with disabilities will also be there. So in case verbally, if you are teaching that particular topic, hardly few students will understand. So looking into the strength and weakness of the students, and since you have got good exposure regarding the strength and weakness of the students, since you are well aware of the strength, what is that disabilities and what kind of problems generally do the children with disabilities face, and even when you look into the normal children, all students will not be good at focusing on the teacher or grasping with a single method of teaching. I said na, one teaching strategy will not work. So here the teacher has to use the multiple intelligence theory. Okay, topic then, for example, here they have given an example of solar system. So what happens? See, generally there are 9, of course. Now we have 8 planets. Okay, now tell them 9, which is we are living in the planet called Earth. The most beautiful planet is Venus. The hottest planet is Mercury. That we give you an example. But the same thing. On what basis do you say? So instead of that, I can make use of what is that? I can make use of the audio, video. This one visually. I can make use of the models. See, few things can be taught making use of the models. That will have good impact on the students. Okay. Now, see the same thing. Why ICT in teaching and learning, ICT mediation in teaching and learning? Why it has become a part and parcel of your curriculum? Because that is nothing but few topics which are very easy, which could have good impact on the students, can be taught through ICT. So, what kind of topics do you take? Generally, now, for example, you can teach the same thing like flower. Parts of the flower. Even when you take it, when you draw the picture on the board, it may not be that catchy. Okay, students may not, to some extent they may understand, but the same thing in case if you say that the parts of the flower, stigma, stem and pistil, all those things, if you show it in the making use of ICT, that will have more impact. This is nothing but the multiple intelligence theory is nothing but making use of all the aids so that you teach the topic in a better way to the students. Okay, sometimes what happens, now the same thing, see, all topics cannot be taught through ICT. All topics cannot be taught through models. Few topics whichever are possible to teach through models, through audio. Okay, by a few topics will be there where you can make use of a particular person. You can invite a particular person to tell about his experience. ఏదైనా ఉండొచ్చు. ఇప్పుడు నేను సోలార్ సిస్టమ్ అంటే ఒక సైంటిస్ట్ కానీ ఒక ఆస్ట్రోనాట్ ని ఐ క్యాన్ ఇన్వైట్. సి ఓకే అంటే ఏంటి, ఇక్కడ మీరు యూ కెన్ ఆస్క్ నౌ యూ కెన్ హ్యావ్ images of the stars, meteors, galaxies, planets. Ante galaxies ante enti, meteors ante enti, okay, what is a comet, and how the planets would be, okay, what are galaxies. See, sometimes even you can if possible you can teach a particular topic through rhymes, through songs. I said na, all topics cannot be taught using these methods, but the topics which can be taught making use of the different methods. Sometimes it may be the visual, sometimes it may be through charts, sometimes it may be the models, and sometimes it may be the live models, and sometimes it may be the songs or the rhymes, whatever it may be. So here what happens, the same topic which can be taken, which can be taught in a different way, will have good impact on the students. So that art, that creativity, that innovative teaching style should be there in the teacher. Okay, so that is nothing but multiple intelligence theory. Any doubts regarding this, please? Please, anyone give response, otherwise I cannot move forward.
No, ma'am.
What happened? Why Sangamitra is very dull? What happened, Sangamitra?
Nothing, ma'am. Got it.
Okay. Now, incorporate life skills training. What do you mean by life skills training? What do you mean by life skills training?
Personality development, ma'am. Overall personality development.
See, what happens is that here, overall development. Sometimes what happens, in order to engage the students, see, it should not be, same way of teaching. So generally what happens, sometimes in between, if you people have seminars in between, I keep on telling in the class, I keep on teaching in the class right from throughout the month. If I teach in between, if I give a break, and in case if I give you the chance to give some seminars, what happens, that would be change. Okay, that would be change for you, for a change, and that change will help you to learn few things. Okay, this is what actually I think even you might have come across such experiences now. Okay, so ఇక్కడ ఏమవుతుందంటే పిల్లలకి ఇప్పుడు టీచర్ చెప్పడము, స్టూడెంట్స్ వినడం, అది దట్ ఈస్ ఓల్డ్ స్టైల్ ఆఫ్ టీచింగ్ లెర్నింగ్ ప్రాసెస్. ఇప్పుడు అలా కానే కాదు. ఇప్పుడు ఏంటంటే పిల్లలకి టీచర్స్ మాట్లాడాలి, పిల్లలు మాట్లాడాలి, టీచర్స్ తక్కువ మాట్లాడి పిల్లలు ఎక్కువ మాట్లాడాలి. ఆ పిల్లలు మాట్లాడేటప్పుడు టీచర్ అబ్జర్వ్ చేయాలి. Teacher never she has the right to stop the child from giving the answers in whatever the way, however they want. I said few students are very good at giving the answers in a direct way. Few students, the perception would be different, they exhibit the answer in a different way. Immediately at that time the teacher has to accept the answers, then she has to tell them, okay, even this can be done. At that time she should not suppress the child telling that you never understand the concept clear, so that will demotivate the child. Alanti asalu undane undadu. Every child should be given scope to exhibit their ideas. So దాని వల్ల ఏమవుతుందంటే పిల్లలకి they feel they are part of the classroom atmosphere. So ఇక్కడ ఏంటంటే, అండ్ అపార్ట్ ఫ్రమ్ దట్, ఇక్కడ ఈ క్లాస్ రూమ్ లో ఎలా ఉండాలంటే ఎవ్రీవన్ హ్యాస్ టు బి ఎంగేజ్. కొంతమందికి ఏంటంటే యూ టెల్ టుడే వాట్ ఈస్ ద ఇంపార్టెన్స్ ఆఫ్ ద డే, you tell what is that theme of the day. Okay, ఒక స్లోగన్ చెప్పాలి. ఓకే, you have to tell the ఒక ప్రాబ్ దాని మీనింగ్ చెప్పాలి. తర్వాత ఏంటంటే ఒక టైం టేబుల్ డ్రా చేయాలి. ఓకే అంటే లైఫ్ స్కిల్స్ అంటే ఏంటి, you have to engage the child in order to have good exposure towards all the skills. Just listening skill will not work. You have to give them the different, ఒక బులెటిన్ రెడీ చేయమని చెప్పడానికి, ఇంకా ఏదైనా క్లాస్ రూమ్ లో ఏదైనా యాక్టివిటీస్ ఉంటే you have to now asking them to prepare a model, asking them to prepare a chart. Okay, now some students have to make in charge of the homework collection, attendance charts, computer equipment, record keeping, teaching. So all these we have to, while enhancing students and visual intelligences. So ikkada entante here incorporating life skills training is nothing but engaging the students in one way or the other way, so that they get good exposure. What is that? Now what are the different types of life skills? Asking them to be a part of the seminar. Few students asking them to prepare models, charts. Okay, and some students have to be monitoring some students, okay, whether they are doing the homework or not. Okay, collecting the information, collecting the attendance information, and all these things. So dini valla em avutundante, a child will be engaged in even and apart from the curriculum, this one syllabus or whatever it may be, they will be engaged in doing one or the other activities. So this exposure will help them to have the overall development. Now any doubt regarding this? Make it fast.
No,
make
ma'am.
it fast.
No.
Okay. Now 18 students were there. Now 16 are there, I don't know who left. Here I'll not come to know who is leaving and who is not leaving. After that I'll come to know. Okay. Now I'm not paying attention how many are attending, how many are not attending. Okay. Because it's up to you. At the end of the day, you'll come to know what would be the outcome. Okay. Now, employ collaborative teaching techniques. See, actually, let me tell you, the other day I wanted to tell you what is collaborative learning. Fast ga cheppandi.
Different answers from
working with the various departments for a common task.
కాదమ్మా ఇక్కడ కాదు, ఇప్పుడు నేను కొలాబరేటివ్ లెర్నింగ్ అని చెప్పాను మీకు. టీచింగ్ కాదు, అవసరం లేదు, కొలాబరేటివ్ టీచింగ్ అవసరం లేదు. ఇప్పుడు మీరు కొలాబరేటివ్ లెర్నింగ్ అని చెప్తున్నారు కదా, జనరల్లీ వాట్ ఇస్ ద కొలాబరేటివ్ లెర్నింగ్? ఎనీవన్? గ్రూప్ లెర్నింగ్ మేడం. నేను మీకు ఐ థింక్ ఫస్ట్ సెమ్ లోనో సెకండ్ సెమ్ లోనో చెప్పాను మీకు వాట్ ఇస్ ద కొలాబరేటివ్ లెర్నింగ్, పీర్ లెర్నింగ్, టీమ్ లెర్నింగ్, group learning.
Sharing with each other, ma'am, the learning styles which we have when we are sitting together and like working on or reading something or learning something, sharing our learning style.
I'll tell you what is a group of people. Collaborative learning is also called as collective learning, peer learning, group learning, team learning. Okay, so all this comes under the collaborative learning. Actually, collaborative learning ante entante, see, నేను I think I have given you an example. A project will be given. So when I give you a project, then that project will be divided among the different members of the same group. Did you get my point? Please.
I remember, ma'am, you said that one task will be assigned to one member of the group, and that time they will do the collaborative work.
See here, one point you forgot. Collaborative learning.
Everyone should be familiar with the work what everyone is doing.
That is what I am telling you. If whatever now after the completion of that particular task or the project done by the group, whatever the question I ask regarding that particular project, every member of the group should be able to answer. If at all that student is unable to answer, then who is accountable? The student who has completed that task will be accountable for that.
Yes, ma'am. We recall the concept, ma'am, now.
అది కొలాబరేటివ్ లెర్నింగ్. ఇప్పుడు నేను 5 మెంబర్స్ కి ఒక్కొక్క టాస్క్ ఇచ్చేసి మీరు ప్రాజెక్ట్ కంప్లీట్ చేయండి అంటే, అబ్బా నా టాస్క్ అయిపోయింది మీరు మా ప్రాజెక్ట్ అయ్యిందని కాదు. ఇప్పుడు మీ 5 మెంబర్స్ ఏం టాస్క్ చేస్తున్నారో everyone is accountable. In case if the other student is unable to understand what you have done, then I am not going to blame that student. I am going to blame the person who has completed the task, because it is his duty to explain how he has completed the task, and that should be known to all the other members of the group. That is called as collaborative learning. అర్థమైందా?
Yes, ma'am.
See, I cannot spend much time because scarcity of time. Okay, fine. Okay. Now, employ collaborative teaching. Collaborative teaching is nothing but here everyone here, and what I said was collaborative learning. That is among the students. Here, collaborative teaching. See, helping each other. See, actually what happens in effective teaching practices for students in inclusive classrooms, Student MED reviews the diverse applications of collaborative teaching in the inclusive classroom. See, there are different types of teaching. What type of teaching will help the students to have completely desired outcomes? So, in case if I am taking the inclusive classroom, there are 4 types of teaching. In order to have the effective, good teaching learning outcomes, in order to have good learning outcomes among all the students of the inclusive classroom, what sort of teaching practices will be there? I am talking about the collaborative teaching. First one is the interactive teaching. So this is very important. From the examination point of view. Okay. two or more teachers shift roles between teaching, leading whole class instruction, observing instruction, and monitoring learning. And if generally what happens, you might have come across two teachers will be there. So one teacher will be teaching, the other teacher will be looking and monitoring the students and to what extent the learning is taking place. So there would be a shift system. In one class, see, interactive teaching is nothing but one teacher will teach, the other teacher will monitor, what is that, look into to what extent the learning is taking place, and she is going to clarify the doubts and everything. Okay, did you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
ఇంటర్నెట్ టీచింగ్ లో ఒకే క్లాస్ రూమ్ లో ఇద్దరు టీచర్స్ ఉంటారు. ఒక టీచర్ మానిటర్ చేస్తుంది, ఒక టీచర్ క్లాస్ చెప్తుంది. ఆ మానిటర్ ఒక టీచర్ ద అదర్ టీచర్ విల్ లుక్ ఇన్ టు వెదర్ ద లెర్నింగ్ ఇస్ టేకింగ్ ప్లేస్ ఆర్ నాట్. ఓకే, ఇన్స్ట్రక్షన్ ఓకే, వాళ్ళని అబ్జర్వ్ చేస్తుంది, వాళ్ళకి ఇన్స్ట్రక్షన్ ఇస్తుంది, వాళ్ళ డౌట్స్ క్లారిఫై చేస్తుంది, అక్కడ ఏంటి డౌట్స్ క్లారిఫై చేస్తుంది. సో హియర్ షీ ఈస్ హెల్పింగ్ ద అదర్ టీచర్ ఇన్ కేస్ ఇఫ్ ద స్టూడెంట్స్ ఆర్ అనేబుల్ టు ఫాలో వాట్ ద టీచర్ ఈస్ టీచింగ్. Okay, and she will observe, she will instruct, and she will monitor whether the learning is taking place or not. In case if students are finding it difficult, immediately then and there she is going to clarify the doubts. Did you get my point? Why the two teachers should be there? This is called as interactive way of teaching, where two teachers will be there in one classroom. One teacher will teach the topic, the other teacher, she will observe, she will monitor, she will instruct, and she will see to what extent the learning is taking place. If the students are finding it difficult to understand the concept, then and there she is going to clarify it. That is the duty of the other teacher in the classroom. Understood?
Yes,
ma'am. అంటే ఇక్కడ కొలాబరేటివ్ టీచింగ్ అంటే ఇది హౌ అంటే ఇప్పుడు తను టీచ్ చేసేటప్పుడు ఇక్కడ పిల్లలకి అర్థం అవ్వడానికి తను ఏ ప్యాటర్న్ లో టీచ్ చేస్తుందో, ఏం చెప్పాలనుకుంటుందో, బోత్ ద టీచర్స్ విల్ హ్యావ్ ద సేమ్ టైప్ ఆఫ్ ఐడియాస్. ఓకే, సో what the teacher is telling, if the students there, if they don't follow, then and there she is going to clarify the doubts. Is it clear? Ante collaborative is nothing but helping each other. Here the teachers, collaborative teaching is nothing but these two teachers, they are collaboratively teaching the students. Ante helping each other. Did you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
After that, seems to be very low.
No, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Like we have in the inter colleges, teacher will be explaining on the desk, and Jail will be coming and explaining.
Who will be explaining?
Jail.
Jail. Okay. Jail ante jail inter college. Okay. Yeah. Jail will be there. Okay. The same case. Okay. That is interactive teaching. Now here, alternative teaching అంటే తెలుసు కదా. 45 ఇప్పుడు you have 1 hour, you have two teachers. One teacher leads a small group instruction while the other teacher works with the rest of the class. This model works particularly well if small group. అంటే ఇప్పుడు ఏంటంటే alternative teaching, ఒక క్లాస్ ని we are going to divide it into two parts అంటే two sections. One teacher will be teaching the one class, the other teacher will be teaching the class. Understood? Yes. Yes or no?
Yes, ma'am.
What happened? Why you people are not responding? First one, interactive లో ఏంటంటే ఒక టీచర్ టీచ్ చేస్తుంది, ఇంకో టీచర్ జస్ట్ మానిటర్ చేస్తుంది, ఇన్స్ట్రక్ట్ చేస్తుంది, అబ్జర్వ్ చేస్తుంది whether the learning is taking place or not. Alternative teaching is nothing but she is going to here there will be two groups. So what happens now? Here one teacher will be teaching one group. Okay, then the other teacher will be with the other class. Okay, then again she will come here and she will go there. Alternate teaching.
Okay, ma'am. Got it.
Here one teacher leads small group instruction while the other teacher works with the rest of the class. Here the teacher is going to go teach. ఆల్టర్నేట్ అంటే ఏంటి, వీళ్ళ తర్వాత వాళ్ళ తర్వాత వీళ్ళకు అంటే ఒకే క్లాస్ టీచ్ చేయకుండా ఒక గ్రూప్ ఆఫ్ పిల్లల్ని, like she is going to make some 2 to 3 groups in one class. Then she is going to make 2 groups. Okay, small group. Then that group will be taught by the teacher. The other teacher will be focusing on the rest of the students. Okay, rest of the students. Then again she will come here and she will go there. అంటే ఏంటి, ఆల్టర్నేట్, ఒక వీళ్ళు చెప్పిన తర్వాత వాళ్ళు చెప్పడం, వాళ్ళు చెప్పిన తర్వాత వీళ్ళు చెప్పడం. Did you understand? That is called as the alternate teaching. Alternate teaching is nothing but you tell, నువ్వు చెప్ మీరు ఇప్పుడు నేను ఫర్ ఎగ్జాంపుల్ నేను ఒక గ్రూప్ ఆఫ్ స్టూడెంట్స్ నేను టీచ్ చేశాను. Again, the other teacher will come. The other teacher will come. What will she do? Do you think that she is going to teach? She will not teach the same thing, but she is going to clarify the doubts. So that is nothing but the alternate teaching. Followed or not?
Followed, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Here parallel teaching. చూడమ్మా, ఆల్టర్నేట్ టీచింగ్ కి ప్యారలల్ టీచింగ్ కి డిఫరెన్స్ ఏంటంటే, ఇప్పుడు ఓకే శ్రద్ధ అండ్ సంఘమిత్ర టీచింగ్, both are teaching, whoever it may be. Take 2 people from your class, okay, or Shravani or Bhavani, whoever it may be. Okay, in case if I have divided the class into 2 groups, one group will be taken by Shraddha. Okay, Sangamitra is going to just will be with the, she will be discussing, but she will not be teaching. Okay, she will discuss with the other group. Then again Shraddha will come to this group and Sangamitra will go to that group. This is called as alternate teaching. Oka group okasari cheppi mali inko group inkosari cheppడం, that is called alternate teaching. Both the teachers will have the good knowledge regarding the particular subject. Yeah.
Yes, ma'am.
Now parallel teaching ante ikkada 2 or more teachers lead small mixed ability group of students in the same lesson. And ఇప్పుడు parallel teaching ante like Sangamitra and Shraddha will be in the same class. Okay, they will be teaching one group of students, the Sangamitra will be teaching another group of students. Okay, parallelly the teaching goes on. అర్థమైందా? ఫస్ట్ వన్ ఏం చెప్పాను, ఇంటరాక్టివ్ టీచింగ్ చెప్పాను. ఇంటరాక్టివ్ టీచింగ్ లో ఏంటి, ఒక టీచర్ చెప్తూ ఉంటుంది, ఇంకో టీచర్ ఇక్కడ ఏం చేస్తుంది, మానిటర్ చేస్తుంది, అబ్జర్వ్ చేస్తుంది, ఇన్స్ట్రక్షన్ ఇస్తుంది, లెర్నింగ్ అవుతుందా లేదా అని చూస్తుంది. దట్ ఈస్ ద ఫస్ట్ టైప్ ఆఫ్ టీచింగ్. ఓకే, because here I am talking about the collaborative teaching. Collaborative teaching consists of 4 types of teaching. One is the interactive teaching, the other one is the alternate teaching, the third one is the parallel teaching, and is nothing but the fourth one is the station teaching. Now what we have discussed is about the interactive teaching law. Only now Shraddha and Sangamitra will be there. Shraddha will be teaching and Sangamitra will be looking into monitoring the students, looking into the observing the students whether the learning is taking place or not. Then afterwards, if they don't understand, so here the who is teaching actually, Shraddha or Sangamitra?
Me, ma'am.
Shraddha is teaching.
Sangamitra will clear the doubts. Oh, that comes under that what is that interactive teaching. Alternate teaching lo entante Sangamitra will be teaching one group of students, the other group of students will be managed by the Shraddha. Okay, so then what happens here, the other group of students, here she is going to interact with the students but she is not going to teach. Sangamitra will not teach here. Okay, so again what happens, whoever is teaching one group of students will come to this place and Sangamitra will go. అంటే ఇక్కడ ఏంటంటే వాళ్ళు ఆల్టర్నేట్ టీచింగ్ అంటే ఈ గ్రూప్ చెప్పిన తర్వాత ఈ గ్రూప్ చెప్పడం, అంటే ఇక్కడ తను చెప్తుంది కానీ వాళ్ళు ఇక్కడ ఏంటంటే బోత్ విల్ గివ్ దేర్ ఐడియాస్. ఆల్టర్నేట్ టీచింగ్ అంటే నువ్వు ఇక్కడ చెప్పిన తర్వాత మళ్ళీ ఇక్కడ రావాలి, ఇక్కడ చెప్పిన తర్వాత అక్కడ వెళ్ళాలి. దట్ ఈస్ కాల్డ్ యాజ్ ఆల్టర్నేట్ టీచింగ్. ప్యారలల్ ఏంటంటే Sangamitra ఒక గ్రూప్ ఆఫ్ స్టూడెంట్స్ షీల్ బి టీచింగ్ అండ్ Shraddha will be teaching one group of students. Is it clear? Collaborative teaching ante okarokar help cheskoni the teachers, they will help each other in order to get the best desired outcomes from the students. Is it clear? Please, if you have not followed, please, because this is very important. Okay, collaborative learning లెర్నింగ్ లో మీరు ఒకరికొకరు హెల్ప్ చేసుకుంటారు, కాన్సెప్ట్ క్లియర్ చేసుకుంటారు. స్టూడెంట్స్ విల్ హెల్ప్ అమాంగ్ దెమ్సెల్వ్స్ టు అండర్స్టాండ్ ద కాన్సెప్ట్. దే వాట్ ఇస్ దే డిస్కస్ అండ్ దే టెల్ హౌ దే హావ్ డన్. దట్ ఈస్ కాల్డ్, అంటే అందరు కలిసి మీరు నేర్చుకుంటున్నారు. ఇక్కడ కొలాబరేటివ్ టీచింగ్ లో ఏంటంటే టీచర్స్ ఒకరికొకరు హెల్ప్ చేసుకొని పిల్లలకి చెప్తున్నారు. సో దట్ మాక్సిమం స్టూడెంట్స్ విల్ అటైన్ ద డిజైర్డ్ అవుట్కమ్స్. ఇస్ ఇట్ క్లియర్? నా ఇప్పుడు సిచ్యువేషన్ అర్థమైందా ఏంటని? Okay, now the last one of teaching is what is that? Station teaching. Okay, see what happens is that 2 or more teachers lead or observe small groups of students as these groups rotate through several learning stations. These techniques help students stay on task as they complete shorter activities and transition clearly from task to task. Okay. Station teaching is nothing but, okay, here మీరు ఇక్కడ ఏంటంటే Now, for example, some 3-4 students will be sitting. Station teaching is nothing but 4 students will be sitting. A, B, C, D. Okay, group of students, one group of students will come to A. The concept of A would be quite different from B. Then after the first group of students who were taught by group that is A teacher will go to B. Again from B to C. Again from C to D. This is called as station teaching. And A, B, C, D are different teachers. A, B, C, D are different stations. Okay, group of students, a small group of students first will go to A station, and there in that station a teacher will be there. She will tell the concept. Again that group of students will go to B station. The other group of students will come to A station. This is called as station teaching. Understood or not? Like when in case if you want to be,
but the students are moving.
The students, they are supposed to rotate. They have to move from one to other station. And in the station, they will be finding a teacher who will be giving them the concept.
Clear, ma'am, followed.
Atmana, is it clear? Collaborative teaching?
Yes, ma'am.
Collaborative teaching, the teachers help themselves in order to make the students understand the concept in a better way. Okay. Collaborative teaching lo teachers వాళ్ళ హెల్ప్ చేసుకొని ప్లాన్ చేసుకొని పిల్లలకి maximum outcomes రావాలనే దృష్టితో they follow different types of strategies. They help each other. One sit, one teach, the other one again the other teacher will tell, the one teacher will teach. Okay, then here parallel teaching, alternate teaching, station teaching, interactive teaching. Here they are using different types of teaching strategies where the teachers help among themselves in order to make the students understand the concept in a better way. This is called as collaborative teaching. Collaborative learning is a learning where the students help themselves among themselves in order to make the concept clear. They discuss, they ask the questions to each other among the group so that they understand the concept better. That is called as collaborative learning. Collaborative learning, స్టూడెంట్స్ ఒకరికొకరు డిస్కస్ చేసుకొని ఇలా వచ్చింది ఏంటి ఇది అని మీరు డిస్కస్ చేసుకొని ఆ కాన్సెప్ట్ క్లియర్ చేసుకుంటారు. నేను ఇది కంప్లీట్ చేశాను, ఇది నాకే సంబంధం, ఇది మీ వర్క్ కాదు అని కాదు. మీరు ఏం చేస్తున్నారో వాళ్ళకి తెలియాలి, వాళ్ళు ఏం చేస్తున్నారో మీకు తెలియాలి. మీరు చేసిన వర్క్ వేరే వాళ్ళకి తెలియకపోతే యు ఆర్ అకౌంటబుల్, దే ఆర్ నాట్ అకౌంటబుల్. దట్ ఈస్ కాల్డ్ as collaborative learning. Okay, now here did you understand what is the role of a regular teacher? First one is nothing but begin and end. The second one is nothing but the universal design. The third one is nothing but making use of the multiple intelligence theory. The fourth one is nothing but the incorporate life skills training. And the fifth one is nothing but collaborative teaching techniques, and formulate a flexible behavior management plan. Okay, what do you mean by flexible?
Easily changeable. Which is not rigid and easily changeable as per the feasibility or as per the availability.
See, generally now the way you were taught by your teachers, the way I was taught by my teachers, no, you are not supposed to follow the same thing. That is nothing but following the same old rigid system. So you have to tailor your classroom environment to better suit diverse students' needs. Like how the teacher used to be in the previous generation, one decade ago, how the teachers used to behave with the students, what sort of atmosphere, what sort of facilities were there. See, so the same thing cannot be followed now, because that at that time the needs of the students were different, and at this time the needs of the students are different. And here the students are not normal students. I am dealing with the inclusive classroom. Here you have different students having different diverse learning styles and different needs. Students with different needs. Did you get my point here? So what happens is that formulate a flexible behavior management plan. So as a teacher I have to make a suitable tailor your classroom environment. What do you mean by tailor your classroom environment? You have to create an environment in such a way that it suits the needs of all the students in the class. irrespective of children with disabilities or without disabilities. I have to see that, I have to plan, I have to create an environment in such a way that all the students, whether they are with disabilities or without disabilities, those facilities and that atmosphere should be conducive. Conducive is nothing but the lively atmosphere where each and every student enjoys to be in the classroom. What I teach in the class, what activities I take up in the class should be in such a way that every student should be a part and parcel of those activities. That is called as the conducive atmosphere. As a teacher, I have to tailor the classroom environment in such a way that it meet the needs of all the students. Okay, I should not be rigid. I should be quite flexible. The way I was taught by my teacher to me, I should not use the same method or same strategies. I have to change. I have to be quite flexible according to the needs of the diverse students. Diverse students is nothing but the different students. Okay. See, among the other behavior management strategies that support effective inclusion are, okay, previously what they are doing, you might have come across. When we used to be there, when we used to study, we used to have a fixed timetable. Do you accept?
Yes, ma'am.
Now here, see, we have to now here in order to have a different atmosphere, we have to post a schedule and we have to have a proper classroom atmosphere. We have to tell them regarding the activities that are going to take place, encouraging peer instruction and leadership, using signals to quiet down. Okay, and if you do behavior pattern, see, the classroom should be in such a way that I should not criticize any student. I should not demotivate any of the students. I have to make use of different strategies. I have to accept the different answers from different students. Okay, then speaking to students privately about any concerns, check in with the students while they work. Okay, giving students folders, labels and containers to organize. See, all these things. And students with or without disabilities, they should not feel that they are being secluded in the classroom. I have to look into the needs of every student. If the student is lagging behind, instead of pinpointing that student in the whole class, I have to personally interact with the student. Okay, I have to look into the needs. I'm not supposed to show that he is quite different from the other students. I have to motivate, I have to encourage, I have to give him a helping hand so that the students, let me tell you, in case if you shout at the student, he gets demotivated. But a single pat on his shoulder will boost his confidence, and that will do miracles. That will do miracles. Followed or not?
Yes, ma'am.
మీరు ఎవరికైనా మీరు స్టూడెంట్స్ కొంతమంది డల్ ఉంటారు, కొంతమంది ఇది ఉంటారు. చాలా మంది స్టూడెంట్స్ టీచర్స్ ని అడోర్ చేస్తారు. దే అప్రిషియేట్ ద టీచర్స్, ద వే షీ టీచర్స్, ద వే షీ ఎక్స్ప్లెయిన్స్ ఆర్ ద వే షీ మేక్స్ ద స్టూడెంట్స్ ఫీల్ కంఫర్టబుల్ ఇన్ ద క్లాస్ రూమ్. సో దానివల్ల ఏమవుతుందంటే పిల్లలకి సబ్జెక్ట్ లో ఇంట్రెస్ట్ ఉన్నా లేకున్నా, లుకింగ్ ఎట్ ద టీచర్స్ బిహేవియర్, లుకింగ్ ఎట్ ద టీచర్స్ టీచింగ్, దే గెట్ అట్రాక్టెడ్ టువర్డ్స్ ద సబ్జెక్ట్. So that should be there in the classroom, that the behavior change, ఒక pattern undali. No child is all children should be treated in the same manner irrespective of their disabilities, whatever may be the disabilities. Okay, whatever may be their IQ level. Every child will know, every child is unique, every child has got different learning style and every child will be having different IQ level. So you are not supposed to pinpoint. And let me tell you, an average student, a few words of motivation will boost the confidence. And in case if he is not interested in a particular subject, the way you teach, the way you motivate the child will bring interest. You literally make the child to get interest in that particular subject. చాలా మందికి ఏంటంటే సబ్జెక్ట్ పైన ఇంట్రెస్ట్ ఉంటుంది, కానీ చెప్పే టీచర్ పైన, సో ఎవరు చెప్తున్నారో టీచర్ ఆ మెథడ్ అర్థం కాకపోతే దే లూజ్ ఇంట్రెస్ట్ ఇన్ ద సబ్జెక్ట్. And some students who will not at all be interested in the subject, but because the way the teacher teaches, the way the teacher encourages the students, they get interest in the subject. So let me tell you, at the end of the day, the teacher plays a very prominent role, and she has to manage, she has to have a good attitude towards the student. She should be empathetic, she should be sympathetic. She should know what needs should be given to the students. Okay, they should not make the students, the teacher should not make the disabled child feel the disability factor in them. So the way the teacher teaches, the way the teacher behaves with the disabled children should be in such a way that never the child should get the feeling that they are different from the other students. Ala undali. That should be the attitude of the teacher. What is the power of inclusion? Power of inclusion wala ఏంటంటే, see, power of the general regular teacher can also meet the parents, okay, then participate in eligibility conferences, communicate with the parents, make maximum effort to accommodate. అంటే చూడమ్మా, చెప్పడం చాలా ఈజీ, బట్ స్టిల్ when you will be a part of an inclusive school, see that you give importance to all the students irrespective of their disability. You try to communicate with their parents. You try to know actually what other factors are there in why the child is lagging behind in the studies, what type of resources are required. All these things should be taken care by the teacher. Now this is the role of the general teacher or regular class teacher. Did you understand? Make it fast. అర్థమైందా లేదా?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
What is the first one? ఏం చెప్పాను? Begin at the end. Second one ఏం చెప్పాను? God we knows. Yes, ma'am. Embrace universal design. Okay, now ఫర్ ఎగ్జాంపుల్ నేను ఇప్పుడు మీకు చెప్పడం ఏంటంటే సింపుల్ గా, ఇది నేను చెప్పింది మీకు ఇప్పుడే గుర్తులేదు. సో మీరు ఎగ్జామినేషన్ టైంలో మీకు ఏం గుర్తుకుండదు. డామ్ షూర్ దట్ యూ డోంట్ రిమెంబర్. కానీ ఇప్పుడు ఇక్కడ ఏంటంటే, వాట్ ఈస్ ద రోల్ ఆఫ్ general or a regular class teacher అన్నప్పుడు, you will not be able to understand all this. You will not be able to remember. You may be able to remember certain few points what we have discussed in the class, but you will not be able to know actually ఇది ఏంటి, what is it. So you don't have to break your head for that. So first one ఏంటంటే, ఇప్పుడు few points, ఇప్పుడు begin at the end అంటే begin what ma'am said. So the teacher has to keep in view the ultimate goal. Then she has to start her instruction. Then what is it, the second one, what is it, the universal design, okay, and now she has to develop life skills among the students. Then she has to go for this multiple intelligence theory, okay. Then she has to go for this collaborative teaching is very important. I am telling you what is collaborative. This is very important. Whenever in case if they ask the question, what is the role of a general or a regular class teacher, then this regarding collaborative teaching, you must put it there. Interactive teaching, alternate teaching, okay, parallel teaching and the station teaching. Then the teacher should have very flexible management plan. Is it clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Then shall I go for responsibilities of a special teacher? Shall I go or shall I see? మీకు 17th నుంచి ఉంటుంది కదా, సో ఐ విల్ నాట్ టేక్ మచ్ ఆఫ్ యువర్ టైం. 17th నుంచి ఉంటుంది కదా, సో ఇన్ బిట్వీన్ most probably from Monday I'll taking you this reflective reading. See, మీకు ఎలా కన్ఫ్యూజన్ ఉందో నాకు కూడా అలాగే కన్ఫ్యూజన్ ఉంది. ఎలా ఉంటుంది అని నాకు ఐడియా రావటం లేదు. 17th నుంచి ఎగ్జామ్స్ ఉన్నప్పుడు మీకు థియరీ క్లాసెస్. సో ఆఫ్టర్ యూ కంప్లీట్ యువర్ థియరీ ఎగ్జామినేషన్, సైమల్టేనియస్లీ ఐ విల్ బి టేకింగ్ రిఫ్లెక్టివ్ రీడింగ్ as well as I'll be taking. So by hook or crook I have to finish off my portion by November 30th. Understood?
Yes, ma'am.
Ala means I tried my best to complete the portion very fast, but the portion is very vast. నేను ఈరోజు యాక్చువల్లీ 3.2, 3.3 everything I wanted to cover, but it's not even. I have gone very fast. I haven't covered all the important points in detail. వెళ్తే నాకు దీనికి 2 classes కావాలి. బట్ స్టిల్ ఏంటంటే ఇది 35 మార్క్స్ కి అక్కడ ఏంటి, వాట్ ఈస్ ద రోల్ ఆఫ్ ఏ రెగ్యులర్ టీచర్ క్లాస్ టీచర్ అనేది అట్లీస్ట్ మీకు ఐడియా రావాలి. సి వాట్ ఈస్ ఇట్, ద క్లాస్ టీచర్ ఎలా ఉండాలి, ఎలాంటి టెక్నిక్స్ యూస్ చేయాలి, ఎలాంటి వాట్ ఈస్ దట్ టీచింగ్ స్ట్రాటజీస్. సో ఆల్ దోస్ థింగ్స్, వాట్ ఈస్ కొలాబరేటివ్ టీచింగ్, వాట్ ఆర్ ద డిఫరెంట్ టైప్స్ ఆఫ్ కొలాబరేటివ్ టీచింగ్ ఆర్ దర్, ఓన్లీ the things which are more important from the concept point of view and from the examination point of view I am covering. In detail I can't go because scarcity of time. I think you can make out my situation. Is it clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Frankly you have to tell. Did you understand the concept?
Yes, ma'am. Concept is clear.
Concept is clear to all the students.
మ్యామ్, స్టేషన్ టీచింగ్లో Hello,
Nitish, what is it, Nitish?
ma'am. In station, సుభాషిణి మ్యామ్ కొంచెం మ్యూట్ చేసుకోండి. అయితే సో స్టేషన్ టీచింగ్లో ఏంది మ్యామ్ అంటే టాస్క్ టు టాస్క్ మూవ్ అవుతారు అని చెప్పారు. సో టీచర్కి ఒకటే టాస్క్ ఇస్తారు కదా మ్యామ్, అంటే ఒకటే సబ్జెక్ట్ ఉంటుంది.
అవునమ్మా, ఒకటే సబ్జెక్ట్ లో ఫర్ ఎగ్జాంపుల్ ఇప్పుడు ఇమాజిన్ రోల్ ఆఫ్ జనరల్ క్లాస్ టీచర్. బిగిన్ at the end will be taken by you, okay, and embrace universal design will be taken by Shraddha. Then the multiple intelligence theory will be taken by Sunanda. Suhasini, please mute your mic.
Yes, ma'am. Like in SOM, we have dealing with two teachers, ma'am. Like 70 madams, principal. So like that, I want to say.
In the same manner, here they have taken the the units. They have taken the chapters, and they in one particular topic it will be divided into subtopics. See, I said now, for example, now collaborative teaching is there, Baba. I'm telling you about the different types of collaborative teaching. First one will take what is interactive teaching. After the students understand what is interactive teaching, they go to the next one. That is the alternate teaching. The alternate teaching will be taught by the other teacher. Okay, only that concept will be there. And the third one will be the parallel teaching. And the fourth one will be the station teaching. Okay, teacher, one teacher is nothing but one station. The students will go to the station. They will understand the concept taught by the teacher. The same concept will not be repeated by the other teacher. Only the concept which is taught by the teacher A, okay, that would be different. Then again the students will go to station B, which is nothing but again that B station will have different teacher. She is going to teach the different concept related to that particular topic. Understood, Nitish?
Yes ma'am, clear ma'am.
ఇప్పుడు మన డెస్టినేషన్ వెళ్ళాలి, ఇక్కడ నుంచి కుక్కడపల్లికి వెళ్ళాలంటే మధ్యలో మనకు మలక్పేట దిస్సు దట్ ఎలా ఉంటుందో అలాగే మన డెస్టినేషన్ ఏంటి ఇక్కడ కొలాబరేటివ్ టీచింగ్. ఈ మధ్యలో వచ్చేసి కొలాబరేటివ్ టీచింగ్ గురించి మీకు తెలియాలి అంటే వాట్ ఈస్ కొలాబరేటివ్ టీచింగ్, దెన్ వాట్ ఆర్ ద డిఫరెంట్ టైప్స్ ఆఫ్ కొలాబరేటివ్ టీచింగ్, లైక్ వీ హ్యావ్ ద ఆల్టర్నేట్ టీచింగ్, వీ హ్యావ్ వాట్ ఈస్ ద ప్యారలల్ టీచింగ్, we have station teaching, and we have the interactive teaching. These are the 4 stations we have. Followed?
Yes ma'am.
This is very important. Yes, Shraddha, tell me.
Ma'am, one doubt with the English second semester, we have 7th unit, ma'am. In that we have a micro teaching concept. So that also we need to prepare for the exam.
See, what is micro teaching? What are the steps required for the micro teaching? What are the merits and demerits of the micro teaching? More than that, not asked.
Okay, ma'am. That's what there is annual plan, lesson plan, and all that. So we need to prepare that also, na, for exam.
Wait a second. Do you have annual? I don't think so. Annual plan, but do you have this period plan for the period plan?
Yes, ma'am. We have 7.2 annual plan, lesson plan, period plan, everything, ma'am.
Okay. Fine. I'll tell you. If that is the case, I'll look into it. You have on 17th, na? If that is the case, now I'll blueprint. I think I have told you. Regarding the blueprint.
Yes, ma'am. That is, I think, in the last unit, ma'am. The blueprint and all the concept are in the last unit, maybe. But this 7th unit, we have most of the part is about micro teaching, and the other is annual plan, lesson plan, period plan, all that. I don't think we have blueprint in this unit. Blueprint should be in the last unit, ma'am.
I'll do one thing. If that is the case, now I'll give you one. What is that period plan of class 8th or 9th?
Okay, ma'am.
The same thing. You have to go. One poem I'll give you, and one prose I'll give you. Okay?
Okay, ma'am. Not a problem.
Irrespective of the class, I'll. What is that? You have to write the same thing. Okay?
Okay, ma'am. Okay. Thank you, ma'am.
Shall I continue with the class, or shall I give you a break and shall I take it tomorrow? Tell me from your choice.
Ma'am, it's a small topic, but 11 members are there.
Okay, hardly 11.
People left, ma'am. 9 students.
Yeah. Even I could see that. Okay, fine. But did you understand today's topic?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, see you tomorrow at 3 o'clock. Okay?
Okay, ma'am.
And don't get panic. Don't get panic regarding your examinations. Don't get panic. Hardly you have 2 hours paper. I think even Swati, she has given you the pattern of the question paper.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
It is posted.
Yeah, don't get panic. It will be very easy. Don't worry. Okay?
Okay, ma'am.
పెద్ద టెన్షన్ తీసుకోకండి అమ్మా. మీరు ఐసిటీ గురించి కూడా పెద్ద టెన్షన్ తీసుకోకండి. ఏం పెద్ద అక్కడ ఇది ఏం చేసేది ఏం లేదు. ప్రాక్టికలీ మీరు యూ హ్యావ్ నాట్ డన్ ఎనీథింగ్. సో వాట్ ఆర్ దే ఎక్స్పెక్టింగ్ ఫ్రమ్ యూ? బట్ యూ షుడ్ నో. ఒకటి నేను క్లియర్లీ ఐ వుడ్ లైక్ టు టెల్ యూ, మీకు ఎప్పుడైనా మీకు ఆన్లైన్ ఎగ్జామ్స్ 13th ఉంటుందో, ఎప్పుడు 13th అని చెప్తున్నారు, విల్ సి టిల్ 12th విల్ నాట్ బి షూర్. ఓకే, చెప్పలేము. 13th ఉన్నా వాళ్ళు వైవా అడిగినప్పుడు మీరు వాట్ ఎవర్ యు ఆర్ రైటింగ్ ఇన్ యువర్ ఐసిటీ రికార్డ్స్, యూ షుడ్ నో ఇట్ హౌ యూ హ్యావ్ డన్ ఇట్. బ్లైండ్లీ డోంట్ రైట్, ప్లీజ్ బ్లైండ్లీ డోంట్ రైట్. ఇప్పుడు మీరు ఏదైనా చేస్తున్నారు అంటే మీకు అది ఐడియా, వాట్ ఈస్ ఎంఎస్ ఆఫీస్, what does it consist of, what is the power, how will PowerPoint is useful, how Excel is useful, how Word is useful, and minimum you basics you do. How are you going to integrate ICT in your teaching practice? And you can just know what I said, we are going for this what is that, visual aids. Okay, the same topic we are through slideshow we can show. Alanti one, they are expecting such answers. Don't go in depth. Don't go, they will not ask, because practically you did not get any time to do the practical session. What is this answer? Control this, control that. I don't think so. They all those questions will be asked by the teacher. Understood?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am. Okay then, fine.
Ma'am, when will be the Diwali holidays, ma'am? Tentatively.
Tentatively most probably 14 ఏముంటుందమ్మా, 14, 15 అంతే.
14 Saturday, madam.
అవునమ్మా, యాక్చువల్లీ 13th కూడా హాలిడేనే ఉండాలి. ఎందుకంటే అది ఇది నరక చతుర్దశి.
Yes, ma'am. This time.
Yeah, don't worry.
New Year is on 17th, ma'am. My New Year.
What is it actually? What is it called?
New Year, ma'am. Next day of Diwali, we have our New Year. So that is on 16th and 17th or 18th. There is Bhai Dooj. So all festivals gone this time.
Bhai Dooj, okay. See,